Hello, this is Bill with a reading update. I recently finished reading Star Trek motion picture. So it's the only Star Trek book I have. It's time for Book Trek. So the book was an okay read, but you're better off just watching the movie. This book follows the movie pretty well exactly, but it's got a little more filler and a little more of what people are thinking about. That if you're reading it as a novel, the filler wouldn't seem like filler. It's just part of the story, but compared to the movie, there's some scenes have more detail, and you also get more of what's going on between the action scenes. So like early on in the movies, there's the transporter accident. So in the book, there goes into a lot more detail about what's going on there and how they're trying to recover the people that were being beamed up. So after finishing the book, I re-watched the movie, which I've seen several times before. But I first seen it in the theater when it came out in '79. So this is probably my first main experience with Star Trek. So on the farm, we got our first TV about 1973. It was an old black and white TV that was very dim, and there was really only one station that came in very well on the farm, and that was CBC. But they had Star Trek, the original series, as reruns on Saturday afternoon on CFRN, which had poor reception, and then the TV wasn't bright enough to watch in the afternoon. So I think I only tried to watch it a couple of times or so and give up. And usually there's better things to do on the farm than watch TV in the afternoon. So then the original series, movie series, I watched as they were coming out. But I think it was later on that got all the videotapes. So Star Trek II was The Wrath of Khan. Star Trek III was Search for Spock. So back to the Wrath of Khan, there's the back of it. And Search for Spock. And then Voyage Home. So this was probably about when Star Trek The Next Generation came out. So The Next Generation was probably the first series that I've watched. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. And then there was The Next Generation series of movies. I missed one of the original series. The Undiscovered Country. And then there was The Next Generation. So Generations. First Contact. Insurrection. Nemesis. So, the back of Insurrection. The back of First Contact. And the back of Generations. So we don't have any of the more recent movies from the reboot series. I may not have seen all of them. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one.